All right, in this recording I want to look at the tangent formula for angle addition. I've derived and used the sine and cosine angle addition formulas. This is PreCalculus B, Unit 3, Lesson 2. And so let's go ahead and get into it here. I'm going to start with the formula itself here. And I'm going to work this out, kind of working forwards and backwards. We're given tangent alpha plus beta equals tangent alpha plus tangent beta. It's really not a hard one to remember. All over 1 minus tangent alpha tangent beta. Okay? All right. So I'm going to start with it right here. I'm going to work my way backwards here a little bit with the right-hand side and see if I can end up with the left-hand side. First thing I want to do is recognize that the ratio identity for tangent is sine over cosine. So this is sine alpha plus beta over cosine alpha plus beta. And also recognizing by using the sine and cosine addition formulas that this is sine alpha cosine beta plus cosine alpha sine beta. Okay, and over cosine alpha cosine beta minus sine alpha sine beta. Okay, and let's clean this up here a little bit, just a little bit, line things up. And same with this here. So working our way down the right, remembering that each step needs to be reversible to actually prove an identity. Needs to work forward and backwards. Okay, and now let's translate use the ratio identity for tangent. So tangent is sine alpha over cosine alpha plus sine beta over cosine beta all over. And we're going to have some cleanup to do here. 1 minus sine alpha over cosine alpha sine beta over cosine beta. Okay, and let's move things around. There we go. Okay, and move this around as well. We'll estimate right here, but it'll probably have to move again. Okay. All right, so let's see if we can work this out. Now, I might want to do this. I might want to multiply top and bottom by the common denominator. The common denominator is cosine alpha cosine beta. Multiply top and bottom by this, okay, and we end up with cosine alpha cancels, leaving sine alpha cosine beta plus cosine beta cancels, leaving sine beta cosine alpha, which can also be cosine alpha sine beta, all over cosine alpha cosine beta times 1 is cosine alpha cosine beta. Okay, minus cosine alpha cosine beta cancels, leaving just the numerator sine alpha sine beta. Okay, and there we have it. So if I flow in one direction, now this has to be totally reversible. So let's walk it one direction here. If I go down here, we've used the ratio identity. If I go down here, we have used the sine and cosine addition formulas. Okay, now when this links here. So here, how do we get from here to there? Well, we divide top and bottom. Divide by cosine alpha, cosine beta. Which would not have been obvious unless we'd worked it backwards. Okay, so divide this by cosine alpha, cosine beta on top and bottom, and you end up with this. And then, of course, here, going up, you use the ratio identity again. Okay, and going the other direction, use the ratio identity just in the other direction, and then multiply cosine alpha, cosine beta on top and bottom. Okay, and then going from here to here, use the sine and cosine addition identities. And then from here to here, use the ratio identity for tangent. So this is reversible. It works one direction as well as the other direction. So it does prove the identity. All right. So now let's use it. Let's use it. What good is it if we don't use it? Let's find the tangent. Let's find the tangent of pi over 3 plus pi over 4. Now, in case you're wondering what that is, tangent pi over 3 over pi over 4 is 4 plus 3, or 7 pi over 12. 7 pi over 12. 6 pi over 12 would be pi over 2, so it's pi over 12 past. So it puts it in the second quadrant right here, right? Pi over 12 being this angle right here. Okay. All right. So let's break it down. That's not one of the reference angles, but tangent pi over 3 is, so tangent pi over 3, got to think about this a little bit. Pi over 3 is 60 degrees, so tangent is root 3 over 2 over 1 over root 2, so it's root 3. Plus tangent of pi over 4, that's 1. Because you're talking root 2 over 2 over root 2 over 2. Okay. Over 1 minus tangent of, and this is the cool thing, you only have to do tangents and no other trig functions, root 3 times 1. So root 3 plus 1 over 1 minus root 3. Let's check it. Not chuck it. Check it. All right, here we go. Desmos. Oh, Desmos. I think of Oh, Toodles. If you ever watch Disney's Clubhouse, they call for the computer. Oh, Toodles. All right, square root 3 plus 1. Interesting, by the way, that can be written 1 plus root 3 over 1 minus root 3. Over 1 minus square root 3. Okay. And make sure we are in degrees. Tangent is negative in the second quadrant, so that does make sense. Okay. And we are in radians, so let's see, tangent pi over 12, or 7 pi over 12. And they did turn out exact. All right. So the exact 1 plus root 3 over 1 minus root 3 is the tangent of 7 pi over 12. All right. Hopefully that helps.